have to use the finest cows in order to get the cheese just the right creaminess. And the cows have to be, guarded for a magic bean.
Get the fuck out. So he, like I said, he drums his fingers on the desk, kind of looks at the ceiling. I mean, I would like that. And that's the dream. I don't know if we can get you in contact with anybody. As far as conference goes, maybe you can take my ticket. He can get you in there. I don't know if you'll necessarily be able to meet him, but at least you can see the man firsthand.
Would you be able to make that sacrifice for a fellow supporter?
You know I can. I mean, anything to get Vinny Alfredo's name up in Seattle. Give me a minute, I'll see what I can do. I'll get in contact with you tomorrow. Where are you staying at?
Just got into town today. Looking for suggestions.
Okay. I'd suggest the Sleepeasy. It's just down the road. I can get you in contact. I can get in contact with you there. It won't be long. I'll see what I can figure out for you.
I would like my associate to attend. If you think I'm a supporter, he's way beyond. He has been involved in every grassroots movement for the orc people.
He knew that you boys personally.
Alright, so we'll get 2
He dated
plus.
Kira for a brief time.
I don't doubt that. And our 2 assistants.
I'll see what I find out for you. I've got my own personal ticket. I'm willing to give that away. It's just a matter of acquiring the other 2. I'll meet you, or at least send someone to meet you at the Sleepeasy tomorrow.
All right.
I just need some time.
Okay.
But I would love to see this happen. And he just stands up and shakes your hand.
Yeah, no, and he emphatically shakes his hand, clasps the other one around it.
I end my story and I break the thrall, and it's been like an hour and a half, and they're just like, where the fuck did that time go?
Mm-hmm.
I was supposed to be making so many shrimp parmesans.
I feel like that spell is like a it's like a filibuster. If I stop talking, it breaks.
I mean, really, it just seems like we're waiting to find out if we literally have tickets in. Because this guy is convinced Anarchy's going to be there.
Yeah, you got your ticket. He's waiting on tickets for me and him?
Yeah.
For her.
Okay,
For
so
me and you.
we'll go to the Sleepeasy. It's not great. It's a little bit dirty. You can tell as you walk in. It's kind of almost like a gated motel. You go on in. It's 2 levels. You can each get your own rooms or split it up accordingly. It's probably 2 and 2 because the siblings probably want to bone.
We're working.
And
Or is it 3 and 1?
I mean, also that's an option. I mean,
don't
whatever
share.
option you want, they got rooms for. They got 4 open rooms. Take your pick of how you want this to happen.
What are the prices that we're looking at?
Like 100 new yen a night.
Alright,
Jesus.
because we only have 100 new yen to play with, and we've been spending it. We spent it at the Half Pint. We spent it at the Rusty Spork. We spent it at this restaurant.
Do you think I actually paid my tab? I mean, how many beds were in a room? Let me ask that.
1.
What size bed?
Twin.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No.
How does is it an orc twin or like a human twin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because orcs aren't sleeping on a fucking twin bed, Gene.
It's like an orc twin.
I mean, if we think about it practically, Negrescu can sleep anywhere.
Yeah.
Taker is on long haul, so he's not going to be
So
sleeping.
then we'll just take the bed.
Yeah, so we'll take one room then.
Those 2 are on the bed, you're under the bed, and you're wherever the fuck.
I'm gonna set up and watch my intersection, and I tell them where I'm going.
So we all rest for the remainder of the day.
Paul's an octopus.
What?
He's an octopus. He just wraps you up.
As you feel tendrils slide up from underneath the bed.
Smack him away. Smack him.
Tomorrow, probably around 11 a.m., there would be a knock at the door. It's a young orc. He looks like he's wearing he's got like a Vinny's uniform. His name is like Benny. I was told to bring these here.
Oh, thank you, sir. That's exactly what we were looking for.
Sir, it's not necessary. My name is just Ben.
Okay.
He hands into that. He looks like he's like 17. Is there anything else we can do for you?
No, I believe we might be stopping by for either a late lunch or an early dinner.
That'd be great. I'll let Vinny know.
All right.
Okay, thank you so much for your patronage. And he heads off back to the restaurant.
Yeah, he closes the door and he sees like what he dropped off. He was assuming it was the tickets.
It is the tickets.
How
it
many?
is a total of 4.
Nice.
Well, 2 VIP, 2 and like affiliate. So like there to assist you too. So basically, those 2 can go off on their own, and you guys are set up to be doing whatever you need.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
You have a whole day. The conference is tomorrow.
Oh.
I mean, as far as Negreski is concerned, we've done the legwork. The only thing that he would think worth considering is their security is tight. It's hard to imagine exactly what it's going to be until the day of. How is the gun going to get in? How are any of our weapons going to get in? Unless we're just going in unarmed, and we're just going to see what's up.
Maybe we could do like a little pre-stock and figure out a way to perhaps plant the guns before the security checkpoints come up.
I have this map.
We also have a very good friend, Vinny. He's catering. I would love to see how his staff prepares everything for the ORC conference. Maybe if we just slip a little something in extra in the transport.
Right. Leave the gun, take the cannoli.
Hey.
I mean, I would say we pursue that route for getting the guns in.
Yeah.
Seems like a good idea. I don't really like leaving my gun there overnight, but
You've been leaving your gun overnight other places.
yeah,
I
I'm
mean, you
usually
say-
sleeping right next to it.
You say overnight, but I assume the food's going to arrive that day. Like,
Oh,
I don't
good
assume that
point.
they're going to... Because you didn't find any kitchens or, like, refrigeration in there.
I look at my map that I drew.
Okay.
Do I see any place for refrigeration?
I mean, there's probably a small space that could be accommodated for that. They probably bring in like coolers, more or less, as opposed to like a big room built for refrigeration.
Or those hot carts
I
are
mean,
probably more likely.
We said we're going to Vinny's for lunch or dinner. We can go meet up with him, ask to see, you know, what he has set up. He said that he did catering. We'd like to see this catering in action. This is our chance to just kind of like sneak guns in based on what he has set up
Right.
when he's delivering the food and do it that way.
What time do you go to Alfredo's?
It was up to the group whenever they start to get hungry.
And if you
So,
have any other things you wish to do, whether it be just for fluff purposes or if you have actually leads that you want to follow, those would go under as well, so you can just let me know.
What if we had somebody following the delivery boys? Because he mentioned that he does delivery, and some people like his food.
Okay.
I'll give them something to do. Let the kids play. What do you say, Sissy? Here for a little game of chase?
Oh yeah.
Do they have 2 delivery boys or just 1?
I mean, they got like 3.
Okay, so I'll follow 1.
So, what I'm hearing is you're going to go to lunch and then follow delivery boys for a while?
yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sure. Lunch. You guys order anything particular? About basically the same shit as last time.
You blew me away with the eggplant one. What else do you recommend?
They had a great mastacholi.
Mastacholi. Do you even have to ask?
Foggy is going to go back and speak to Vinny.
Okay, so he answers the door.
Yeah.
How can I help you?
Well, he's going to thank him immensely for the tickets.
Oh, it's no problem. I mean, it's the start of a great relationship, is what I like to see here.
Yeah. We were wondering if you could maybe familiarize us with your process a little bit more. Like, you mentioned that in addition to running your own restaurant, you also do catering.
Yeah, we do some catering on the side when we can. I mean, everybody likes the Alfredo's food, right?
Well, of course.
So, when everyone calls in, they sometimes do maybe wedding parties or, you know, just get-togethers. We'll set something up for them. They usually just order whatever they want to, and we make it in bulk and send it on the way.
So, I imagine, you know, a prominent businessman like yourself, you'd be catering the ORC convention.
We're trying to. They've been reprehensive. They haven't wanted us, but we're working on it.
You know what? Why don't we go over there? We'll give them a talk.
Okay.
We'll see if we can solidify that contract.
Yeah, if you can set that up, that would be great. We'll make the best ravioli they could handle.
Anything for you, my friend.
So, all right, now we have an errand.
Yep.
Let's roll some tracks, fam.
Okay.
While we follow some poor delivery boys.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like they're gonna kill him.
We don't know that. Let's be honest. So there are 2 delivery boys that you'll be following. Who wants to follow the Liberty Spike delivery boy or the Pompadour delivery boy?
I want a Pompadour boy.
I'll take Liberty Spike.
Liberty Spike it is. Okay, so Pompadour. He makes a few stops, delivering, the same styrofoam containers to a couple of homes. You don't see anything in particular. He's fairly friendly, fairly charismatic. He's attractive for an orc. You're an elf, so you've got different standards, of course.
Right.
But he's a good kid. He doesn't seem to make a whole lot in tips, unfortunately. But he doesn't stop anywhere particularly unusual.
Okay.
It seems like older family homes, a couple of geriatrics who can't really walk that far, so they can't get to the restaurant.
Okay.
You know how it is, but he stops and makes chatter with them. He seems like he's a fairly nice kid. Liberty Spike kid. And you got 4? Okay. More of the same, to be perfectly honest.
Okay.
He does actually stop at a cafe, weirdly enough. Hands it off to some other orc who sits down there and has his lunch. It's like he didn't want to order the food from the cafe.
Probably works there.
Yeah, he might. He's clickety-clacking on some sort of new laptop. But he doesn't get nearly enough tips. He's kind of an asshole when he gets to it. He's fairly brash. Hands off the food, that'll be $27.50 or whatever. There's no charm to him. He treats it like a job as opposed to Pompadour kid who treats it like he wants to be there. But nothing unusual on your end. Like, you're not going to any warehouses or abandoned factories or some weird shit. It's just standard deliveries. It's a Thursday night. You don't see anything out of the ordinary. It's just a couple kids doing their standard deliveries. One of them's a little bit more
Friendly.
personable than the other. It's standard delivery shit.
How out of place does the new laptop look? Or the laptop look?
It looks expensive. Not knowing the socioeconomic status of this area, you don't really know. Considering it's some asshole at a coffee shop, it could be kind of expensive, or it could be par for the course for someone who wants to show off and show his newly written screenplay. Out of the ordinary? Sure. But at the same time, the guy who's using it is wearing, like, a vest and jeans.
So he might be press.
He wants to make sure everyone sees him typing this screenplay. It looks awful, from what you can see from your scope. So I'm sure you're reading it.
Oh, yeah!
It looks like hot garbage. It's, like, super meta, and it's just not great.
Is it like the story of an obvious self-insert protagonist who is clearly more intelligent than everybody else, and he charms the quirky, eccentric pixie dream girl?
Absolutely, and his only fault is that he's a little bit clumsy. Yeah.
Is his name Gary?
Yeah.
Gary.
Like Gary Beauregard.
Gary Stewart Beauregard.
We need a name for the screenplay now.
I love 1,000 Summers in One.
I'm just
There we
texting them, like...
That's just douchey now.
I I sit there for a little bit, like, while the kids down this, are they walking, the kids walking, or are they on bikes?
They have, like, pedal bikes.
Okay, cool. So I got a little ways to, like, watch this kid, because I'm probably following him on my bike. So I'm gonna read this fucking script, and I'm gonna text them the cheesiest lines of dialogue.